Oh, well, let's go to Paul.
Yeah,
Yes.
You've got some video you want to show us, right?
Right.
Colorado.
Other parts of the country over the weekend, we had spectacular weather. This is the opposite. It's a spectacular image, but not what you want to see on the horizon. Several tornadoes seen touching down in northeastern Colorado. The funnel clouds reaching the ground northwest of the town of Ray, which is about 170 miles east of Denver. Homes and businesses damaged. Luckily, no serious injuries reported, but that is just a perfect looking supercell thunderstorm, and fortunately that tornado mainly stayed in rural areas, but it kind of grazed the town of Ray and did some structure damage there. But again, fortunately no fatalities and no major injuries out of those thunderstorms.
What's the brown color in there? Is that dirt?
Dirt, yeah, dust.
Wow.
So tornadoes,
Sucked up.
when tornadoes first hit the ground, you don't see them because they're just made of air and water. They have to pick up stuff before you can see the outline of that funnel, which outlines the heaviest winds. That's been on the ground long enough to pick up a fair amount of dirt and dust, and it's just a fairly dry part of the country. So dry supercells there. Let's take a look at what's happening around here. Well, we've got some wet weather. It's trying to head our way. It's just a big disorganized mess through the middle of the country, and this is going to be the weather pattern that dominates the country for most of the upcoming week. Winds out of the southwest now in the upper levels of the atmosphere, the storm track, and it's going to be aiming just little ripples in the atmosphere. They're going to be scooting throughout much of the upcoming week, which means intermittent showers and a few thunderstorms. We've got some showers out there this morning. A little band of showers has developed to the northeast of Nashville now from eastern Sumner County through Wilson County. That's moving to the northeast. We're seeing most of the rain staying to the north and northwest of Nashville. Some heavier rain here, basically right over Fort Campbell in between Clarksville and Hopkinsville. The showers out west have just been dissolving as they try to move in from the west and southwest. Looking outside from the Weather Bug Network and seeing a lot of cloud cover out there, but also brightening skies since the sun is coming up pretty much as we speak. 5:45 is the official sunrise time, so the sun is up. You just can't see it. Lots of clouds in western Middle Tennessee, lots of clouds over West Nashville as well. And with the cloud cover overhead, temperatures are very warm. Upper 60s right now from that last camera perspective. The winds are fairly calm, but big gap between the air temperature and the dew point, and that's why that rain is evaporating as it moves in from the west and southwest for much of the mid-state. Checking out other temperatures around the area, we're mostly in the low to mid 60s this morning. Nashville is the outlier on the warm side at 70 degrees. It's only 61 right now in Hopkinsville with that rain moving through, 65 degrees in Clarksville, 63 Waverly. But these temperatures are all above average, and we're going to stay warm throughout the day despite more clouds and sunshine overhead. Showers possible for the first half of the day, mostly avoiding Nashville. So if you're going out at noon for that Keith Urban concert, as Melanie just mentioned, down at the plaza outside Bridgestone, I don't think you're going to get rained on. It's an outside chance, but I wouldn't worry about it. Temperatures will be warm in the upper 70s by noon and low 80s for highs this afternoon. More clouds than sunshine, but just enough sun peeking through to help warm those temperatures up to well above normal and still around 80 degrees for the plaza party before the Preds game this evening. Again, an isolated shower possible, but I would not worry about it. Looks like most of the rain is going to hold off until later tonight. So let's check that out with Futurecast. A lot of gray overhead throughout the day. And there's that 20% chance of an isolated shower, but basically you'd have to be unlucky for that shower to basically camp over you during the daylight hours. We're talking about a few breaks in the clouds this evening. That will help warm things up and maybe set the stage for some stronger storms this evening and tonight. By midnight, those storms are knocking on our doorstep. You see these lines of storms, which means they'll be fairly organized, but then they're going to be kind of losing that organization as they move in from the west. So overnight, our severe weather potential does not look like it's going to be very high, but we can't cross it off the list of possibilities either. Those morning showers and storms scoot through. We see some breaks in the cloud cover developing again tomorrow afternoon, which warms things up, helps destabilize the atmosphere for the potential of more thunderstorms tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. But the behavior of these storms is partially going to be determined by the behavior of Tuesday morning's thunderstorms. So take this with a grain of salt. It's just going to be an unsettled weather pattern for the next several days, including the potential for a couple stronger storms. It's a slight risk tomorrow and tomorrow night of severe weather in the mid-state for most of the mid-state. That threat does diminish a little bit the farther south you go. Damaging winds, the main thing we're going to be watching for, along with the possibility of some hail out of the very strongest storms. Off and on showers and storms all the way through Thursday, then the weather pattern calms down and cools down a little bit as we head towards the end of the work week and next weekend.
All right, Paul, we're at 5:52 for you right now. Checking